A zoologist's job is to help animals through caring for them and preserving their natural habitat. At a zoo in the UK, they're looking after one particular primate family. The team did the best they could to ensure the mother had a healthy pregnancy. They've used cutting-edge technology and gave everything their all. Despite all that, it still ended up taking an entirely unexpected turn. What happened? Keep watching to find out. Dana, the orangutan, was under a lot of pressure. The future of her species was depending on her, and there was a lot at stake. It seemed like the opportunity was slipping through our fingers until we realized it was a miracle. Dana and her fellow orangutans lived in England's Jersey Zoo. They had a blissful life thanks to the vision of one person in particular. The conservation center was founded by Gerald Durrell in 1950. Gerald designed the sanctuary to house over 100 different species of animals from around the world. Even though he loved animals in general, Gerald always had a soft spot in his heart for orangutans. Dana is a Sumatran orangutan, and her kind once thrived with a bolstering population from before the industrialized world. Their name comes from the Malay words for person of the forest, paying homage to their lifestyle. Today, they are identified as being critically endangered with a worldwide population of under 15,000. Critically endangered means that their numbers are in decline and the species is at high risk of extinction in the wild. The species is almost exclusively arboreal, meaning they live in the trees of tropical rainforests. The females will never travel on the ground and the males rarely will. Their livelihood depends on a wealth of healthy trees around them. They used to live over the entire island of Sumatra and further found in Java, Indonesia. Now, the species range is restricted to the north of the island. The majority of the Sumatra orangutans live in the provinces of North Sumatra and Aceh, Indonesia. There are 9 known groups of Sumatra orangutans, but only 7 groups have shown the capability of producing offspring for the long term. Each group only has an estimated 250 or more members. There are only 3 areas in the entire world that have a population of more than 1,000 Sumatra orangutans. These beautiful creatures can grow to 4 to 5 feet in length and weigh anywhere from 66 to 198 pounds. Even though they can grow to have immense strength, there are still many factors that are contributing to their status of critically endangered. The wild orangutan's habitat in North Sumatra is being lost at a very fast rate. The area is prone to fires and the forests are often converted to oil palm plantations or other agricultural developments. The forest fires are widespread and many of them are set off on purpose in attempts to clear the land for plantations. These fires are becoming a regular disaster and bring about a loss of habitat for the Sumatran orangutan. It's also thought that many orangutans will die in these fires as they are slow-moving and cannot escape. Dr. Barney Long, an Asian species expert, says, the fate of Sumatran orangutans is inextricably linked to the island's fast disappearing forests. If we want to save the Sumatra orangutan, we have to save their forest home. Even though there are legal protections in place that protect orangutans from being hunted in Indonesia since 1931, many still are. The animals are captured in the wild to be kept as pets as a sort of status symbol. In some areas, they may also be hunted for food. A lack of law enforcement in the area means that there is no one there to ensure that rules are being followed and the orangutans are kept safe. Female Sumatra orangutans give birth to one baby at a time, every 8 or 9 years. The long period of time between babies makes every birth even more exciting and valuable. Experts estimate that even if 1% of females die each year from hunting or other unnatural causes, that this could be the start of an even faster decline of the population. Gerald Durrell and his team work in various operations to help save and protect not only the orangutan population, but many other species as well. The staff operates 50 projects in 18 different countries around the world. They do most of their work on islands where the locals may be under lots of pressure. It's usually on islands that they see animals suffering the worst declines, including primates. Now, we are familiar with the Jersey Zoo and the wonderful work they do towards conservation. They manage breeding programs with release back into the wild, helping the overall numbers of the population.
Also, if you've not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these animal stories every day. Now, back to the story.
They help the animals to develop critical skills that they will need throughout their life. They also have helped save numerous species like the Sumatra orangutan from extinction from over the past 25 years. They work to save animals as well as plants, species as well. More than 400 people from 137 countries have learned from Gerald Durrell and his team for conservation training. With all this being said, it makes Dana, the orangutan, even more valuable. Orangutans share more than 97% of their DNA with humans. This means that there are highly intelligent, emotional animals that are dying at an alarming rate. Dana herself had a brush with death in the past. Gordon Hunt, the head keeper at the zoo, remembers the day back in 2009. Dana was pregnant in 2009 and set to give birth to a beautiful baby. All the zookeepers were so excited and anxious to meet her little one. No baby orangutans had been born at the zoo for years. Zoo staff were hoping this would be an effort in helping the Sumatra orangutan numbers rise, but something went wrong. One of the most exciting days turned into a nightmare. Dana's baby passed away in her womb and was stillborn. Dana was experiencing severe internal hemorrhaging, meaning that she was bleeding inside and the team rushed to save her. After that, Dana was left with blocked fallopian tubes. If her tubes remained blocked, Dana would never be able to get pregnant again. The team asked Neil McLaughlin, Jersey General Hospital's head obstetrician, if he could perform a surgery that would allow Dana to conceive. Dr. McLaughlin had never operated on an orangutan before, but he knew that their internal organs were similar to humans. After some research, he figured he would be able to successfully perform the surgery. With Dana under anesthetic, Dr. McLaughlin and his team went to work. The surgery was a success and Dana was able to conceive with 27-year-old male orangutan Dagu. Even though Dana was pregnant again, there was no guarantee that she would be able to carry the baby to full term and have a successful delivery. The team at the Jersey Zoo kept a close eye on Dana throughout her pregnancy and did everything they could to make sure she was healthy and well taken care of. Carefully thought out medical tests and around the clock. Observations suggested that the baby was developing healthily in her womb. The team would wait during one early morning in November. The team got the call that they were waiting for. Dana was going into labor. Even though the temperatures had started to drop outside, the team members rushed from their homes to be present for the arrival of the much-anticipated baby. No one had ever filmed an orangutan birth before. The team had set up cameras in hopes of being able to record Dana's delivery to share with other zoologists trying to save the species. The entire delivery happened so fast. The team remembers how the baby seemingly popped out that Dana picked the baby up to clean him off. This was all normal orangutan behavior, but what was about to happen next was so unexpected. Mama Dana turned and looked directly at the zookeepers. She looked them right in their eyes and they froze. The team wasn't sure what Dana was trying to communicate. Did she feel threatened to have so many people witness a vulnerable moment between her and her baby? Dana rushed over to the glass barrier towards the zoo staff. Gordon assessed the situation and realized that Dana didn't feel threatened at all. Quite the opposite, in fact. Dana was so happy with the birth of her new baby boy and wanted to show him off to her friends. The staff gazed lovingly at the baby as Dana held him out for all to see. They decided to name him Kaya Javan, which translates to miracle in Indonesian. One baby won't restore the population of Sumatra and orangutans, but he does show an important step for their population. Gordon explains being present when Dana lost her first baby and nearly losing Dana herself due to the complications. I am overjoyed to see her healthy with an equally healthy baby. To be present when the baby was born was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, made all the more moving given Dana's history. Everyone at the zoo is overjoyed that Dana was able to give birth to a healthy baby. We are all so happy for her and will continue to monitor at a respectful distance to make sure she and her little one has every chance to thrive. Not all rescue stories appear as happy as Dana's though. In October 2016, police contacted the BKSDA Nature Conservation Agency in Indonesia. Local villagers had found a wild orangutan and tied it to a tree. The BKSDA went to investigate in hopes of saving the orangutan. When the rescuers arrived, they found the orangutan in poor health. They decided to name him Rabbit. The ropes used to tie up Rabbit were so tight that it cut off circulation to her hands and feet. 5-year-old Rabbit looked so scared. The team guessed that she was taken from the wild with the hopes of selling her through the illegal pet trade. They were able to recover Rabbit and bring her back to a sanctuary to live out her life. An oil palm forest and human settlement surrounded her natural habitat. Oil palm is Indonesia's third largest export, but it has contributed to an 80% loss of the orangutan population. If you enjoyed hearing about Dana, her miracle baby, and the brave rescue of Rabbit, hit that like and subscribe button below. This will allow us to continue searching for all inspirational stories and deliver them straight to your inbox. That's all we have for today. Stay tuned to find out more about our next story.